Just did the headlights again on Pablo CL55. It turned out way better the second time. I think all the extra sanding really made a difference. And this time, in order to keep the headlights looking fresh, we put on some Laminex film. So up close, they're a little cloudy right now because we just put on, but they will clear up within a month and they should be pretty crystal clear. I have the same film on my 124. So if you look at a video of my 124 from the beginning of my channel, it has always had the film on there. So once it cures and dries up, it looks crystal clear. All this cloudiness goes away. These are actually super easy to install. Just need some distilled water and a sprayer. And we got the fog lights too. This is also Pablo's 124 wagon. He just got painted. Looks pretty sharp. Got the proper amber corners. Staggered 17-inch monoblocks. This thing is actually looking really nice. I think the rear could come down a little bit. Get that gap evened out, but overall looking really good. And this is Pablo C280. This car is actually for sale, so if anyone's interested, I'll put his information down below. I think we're going to ask around 10,000 for it, so let me know. But this is not just a regular C280. So it has the 36 front and rear bumpers, has the 208 AMG Cabriolet 2-piece BBS wheels, and it has big brakes from a 203 C55 or 209 CLK55. So we'll see. Got those calipers there, pretty big. It's got the Sportline interior, AMG steering wheel from C43. Same thing with the cluster from a C43. Full Sportline interior with the fake carbon trim. It's got the C36 front bumper with some aftermarket splitters. And this is definitely not like any other C280. It has a 5.4 liter M113 swap in it from a E55. Fully resealed, did the head gaskets at the front timing chain, upper lower oil pans, rear main seal. This thing is really dialed in. It runs super good. I've driven it. It's pretty quick for what it is. So if anyone wants it, hit up my friend Pablo. Check out his info down below. It has a Stromong rear muffler, so it sounds pretty good. Back over at Pablo's a week later. Let's check out the headlights with the film. It looks much better than before. There's still a couple little bubbles inside, but they will work themselves out. This is exactly how my 124 looked right when I did it. This actually turned out better within a week. Within a week, mine was still super cloudy. This is actually still really clear. These headlights actually look really good. Both sides. So I really do recommend the Laminex if that's how you want to go. Clear coating the lights also works, but this might be a better solution because the clear coat will eventually over time fade, but it'll be much longer, like 5 to 10 years. When this fades, you could just take it off and reapply it. Driving the 210 today, we had to take care of a little bit of business, which luckily was successful. I've been kind of filming randomly throughout this video, which is kind of a vlog. That's kind of the point anyway. So I'm still working on some stuff behind the scenes. I will make an update video on the wagon search, which I know a couple of people have asked about. I'll make a separate video on that and going over the cars I looked at. Otherwise, I really haven't been doing much to either car. Funny enough, I think this is like the same spot we parked at back in January with my friend and his BMW M3. Take a look at what just parked over there. The ugliest piece of crap I've ever seen. 210's way better than that. Anyways, now it's pizza time. That is a nice view to walk back to. New Benzes don't do it for me. I don't really care about them, but some of them are cool, like the 63s. Otherwise, I have zero interest. But yeah, 210 is where it's at. I made the mistake of getting a drink to go, so we'll have to trust these over-engineered cup holders to work. Not too stable, but we'll just have to take it easy. The best part about this car is the exhaust. Luckily, we're close enough to the beach today we get to drive by it. Hopefully, we'll see some cool cars along the way. Funny enough, when I brought my car here back in January, I parked it right around there. And it's pretty crazy that people actually kind of paid attention to it. Like, I saw people point it out. One person took a picture. 5 to 10 years ago, no one really cared about 210s. I mean, mine may look a certain way, which might help, but I started to notice that just more common people kind of notice this car more now. I guess it's kind of funny that when a car turns 20 years old, it kind of becomes a classic. It's just weird. This car has always been cool to me, so I just don't understand all the recent attention it's getting. All right, if you've been watching the videos and you pay attention, you might recognize this road. This is where that AMG GT wanted to kind of mess with the Brabus a little bit a couple years ago. Same road, not too many interesting cars. I think that's a Bullet Mustang right there. There's a bunch of American cars out today. Yeah, that's a Bullet Mustang, actually. Pretty cool, actually. I like it. All right, you guys gotta check out this guy's license plate frame. Let's see if it'll focus. His license plate frame says, "Not the only Bullet I own." That's pretty funny. The weather's been pretty bad in California the last couple months. It's always been like cloudy or rainy, and finally we have a nice clear day. And it shows 65. It feels definitely warmer than 65. Today's actually been a really nice day in quite a while. It was not a bad time to take the 210 out. American Ferrari. I think this Bullet Mustang's having a really good day today. Oh yeah. I think back when I had my muffler delete, I probably drove a little bit like that. It is kind of fun to just floor your car everywhere and hear it, but you definitely do get in trouble. And then at the end of the day, we're still gonna line up at the next red light. I think he's gonna do it again. No? No, I guess he calmed down. You might recognize these wheels if you followed me on Instagram for a couple of years. So these were the wheels I had on my car for about 7 years. These are the AMG style 3s. These were more commonly found on the R230 SL55, but these are actually an optional wheel on the W211 E55 as well. So we'll see there's the 211 part number, and these are 18x9 ET39. So all four of them are the same. I believe these are the rear wheels for the 211. These were optional, so not very commonly found in this size and offset. But these fit pretty okay on the 210. On the front, you are required to run at least 10mm spacer, which I ran a 10 and a 12. The 12 fit really nice. The wheel was super flush with the fender, and if you put a 245 40/18, which is the front tire size of a 210 E55 on a 9-inch wheel, it is like the perfect amount of stretch. It is so slight, but once it's on the car and it's pretty aggressive fitment, it looks super good. With the right stance, it definitely, I think, is a better fit than the stock monoblocks. And then the rears being 18x9, 275, they fit, you know, just like a stock tire would. So this is pretty much what the tires on the car currently fit like. So anyways, I had these wheels with some Michelin AS3s that I had that were super worn down. They were completely bald, and I had an opportunity to get some used Super Sports in really good shape. They're a little older, but they got so much tread. Like, these are good to run if you just look at tread. They're a little bit old, so I'm not gonna run them every day, but these are really good, just spare tires. So if you do recall, when we were having the wheels refinished on the Designo Silver 210 E55, I let my friend borrow these wheels, and they had the old tires on them that were completely bald, and he said they were super sketch. And this also kind of prepares us for my potential wagon. So if I get a wagon and it needs tires, I'm gonna put the monoblocks off of this car on the wagon because these are brand new. These will definitely be safe to run, and these could just stay on my 210 sedan because it mainly sits in the garage, and if I have to move it, I have to drive somewhere, these are safe enough for that. The wagon definitely will need better tires because it will be the daily, and that's if the wagon will need tires immediately. In that case, they'll either be completely bald, or there'll be some no-name brand, or there'll be Pirellis. Pirellis are junk. I will not run them. I would rather have these older Michelins than any brand new Pirelli. If you noticed, I have a sway bar and some shocks there. So I mentioned a super good deal on the H&R sway bar for W210. The reason I went for this, I already do have the AMG sway bar on my car. They're almost the same size. This one might be a little bit thicker, maybe a little bit stiffer. The paint has rubbed off on mine where the bushing sits, so it's just raw metal on rubber, and it squeaks a lot under certain circumstances, and it's really annoying, and it makes the car look really bad. So I am going to swap this in, have my bar powder coated, and then probably put the AMG sway bar on the wagon, and then leave the H&R on the sedan. I think that'll be a good setup. And then I also managed to get a set of Bilstein Sports for a 210 E320. So if I manage to get a US wagon, these will be the correct front shocks for that. Hopefully I can buy the wagon, we can start doing cool stuff again, because I'm really just waiting on that. So yeah, these wheels were really dirty from, you know, just being in storage, and the tires being mounted, so I got them cleaned up with my Meguiar's wash and wax, which I use in that bottle. I also put a little bit of rubber dressing on the tires, so if you're interested in what I use, it is the Meguiar's wireless wash and wax, which is in this bottle. The tire stuff, which is actually good for all vinyl, rubber, and plastics, is the 303 Aerospace Protectant. 303 is actually really good for rubber. I've noticed it kind of rejuvenates rubber a little bit. I use it on the 124's mirror boots. It softened them up, and supposedly there's a chemical in there which will help with UV resistance. I think it's definitely one of the better dressings to put on a tire. So if you're interested in any of these, check out the link in the description. I actually link all the products that I use that's on Amazon in the description of all my videos. If you're ever curious and want to know what I use and want to buy it, just check out the links in the description. They're all there. All right, I think this is where I'm going to end the video. I filmed throughout this entire month, so I think it's time to come to a close. But today, I'll be doing some work on the 124. Going to change out the fan clutch. I think I found a better one. I'll definitely detail that in my part 2 of the cooling mod video. And I'm going to change out the resistor. They don't last forever, so it's time to do that. But anyways, let's check this car out. My friend just picked this up. This is Jeff's new car. It is a E320 CDI. He already badged it. This is a 2006, so someone facelifted the taillights. So this car actually has like a lot of weird options, which is actually pretty uncommon to see in a kind of lower end model, but it does have parking sensors. It has the panoramic roof. And if we open the inside, it has the rear sunshades. It has the electrical in the back. See, there is the little indicator for the parking sensors. There's a panel roof. That's pretty cool. This has keyless go, so it has the door handles that unlock if your key is in your pocket, as well as the push to start on the shifter. And someone at one point put some E63 front seats in this car, so pretty cool. Got the leather and Alcantara. Has the facelift E63 steering wheel. When I ran the VIN number, this is apparently the Zinio wood. It does have heated seats, the sunshades, and someone retrofitted this Tronic, which is really weird. There's no aromatic though. And then when I ran the VIN number, these are not only bi-xenon headlights, they're also the active cornering headlights. So we'll see there's a little bit extra gap around the projector. So when you turn left or right, the headlight turns in the direction you're turning. And we'll see this is a Distronic grille. All the stuff is there for it to work. It has KW coilovers front and back. This car did come on some BBS LMs, so that's pretty cool. It's getting new tires right now, which is why it's on the lift.